I'm going to say something else because they're actually in some of these questions. And it may still be recorded. Still recording? Okay. Part of the difficulty that we have in the West, which is a difficulty also in the East, but is where a lot of questions are coming from, is we are no longer entering into the depth of training and the depth of retreat with our teachers in retreat for enough times, long enough to get the kind of direct, both sharp intellectual training and gut knowing training that is deep enough and lasting enough to give the kinds of confidence in Dharma. And so, if I may say, that is one thing that we're facing, is just not the kind of years and months of deep, deep training. We have a lady here in the room who is, we won't say her name, but she is enrolled in the National Ballet School of Canada. That is an amazingly deep, rigorous training, and she's been training for many years. But we don't have the same, in many places, just not the same attitude, the same accepted cultural norm that says it's quite normal to do 3 years of deep study, or 6 years, or what would be equivalent to high school, graduate school, undergraduate, graduate school, of training in liberation, including the retreat work, and coming away with such unbelievable confidence. Whereas in certain cultures, like Burma, Thailand, Tibetan cultures, even in India, there are people actively engaged in that type of training. By the way, I mean with their teachers. Not just by themselves, with their teachers, under the guidance of really fine teachers. The confidence and the respect in the community is incredible. The confidence that that awakeness is something really real, that there are awakened beings walking around to one degree or another. Not necessarily fully, but accomplished beings. Grandmother's accomplished. Dad's accomplished. An aunt is accomplished. A brother is accomplished. It's just normal. Absolutely normal. Then there's confidence. You may not do it yourself, but you go, okay, it's just part of life. If I wanted to, I could do it. And that's one of the things that's missing, is in our culture, we just don't have the role models who have actually done the work, the good work, wonderful work, like you would train to become a fine ballerina, or a great singer, or a most excellent a golfer. You know, the training required to bring the mind and body, speech, and mind to amazing fruition. Yeah. So I am a retreat salesman. Believe me, I've been accused of that in a derogatory way, of being a retreat salesman. But actually, like any other great skill, it takes hours. And it takes years of training, and it's a really great way of making small groups of Dharma practitioners, is just use the word training and tell it like it is. It's not just the hours, it's the hours that you have around with the guidance of accomplished beings has always been the path of liberation. Even the Theravada tradition has been changed and moved to your friend, to your spiritual friend. No, the text is very clear. If I could pull out the Vimuttimagga and the Visuddhimagga, it is noble spiritual friend of accomplishment. That's who you spend time with. And the community of the beings that have deep accomplishment, that's who you spend time with. That's how you grow. See, so one person in this room, would you go to a school where they're not accomplished teachers, yeah, and role models, where you can look and go, oh my God, that is absolutely the height, right? The height. And you feel it. You see it. You feel it. They train you. Yeah. So be easy on yourselves. and realize that this is something that we're living through as a cultural norm, which we'll train in one thing, but we won't train our minds. Just won't train our minds. You have to fall in love with training your mind, with going, I love this. I love the results of a mind that plumbs mind, a mind that actually puts in the time to both the understanding and the practice. But it must be done with people that have genuine experience. Otherwise, there's a lot of wasted energy. And that's been prescribed from the Buddha's time. Hasn't changed. So you have to be very careful when people translate and say, your spiritual friend. No, not spiritual friend. The word is noble, accomplished spiritual friend, is what Kalyana-mittata actually means. It's been changed now because it's culturally acceptable, I guess. Anyway, I just want to say that and say, don't beat yourselves up. All of you, I'm amazed by the accomplishment of the beings in this room and the people on Zoom. I'm absolutely amazed. It's fantastic. It really is. So many of you have come so far, of such depth. It's truly remarkable. Yeah, but we do need to bring back the deep study and the deep retreat tradition with the mentors, with the together. So they really, so it's, as Namjin Rinpoche said, it's an efficient process as opposed to an inefficient process. A being that spends 10 years in retreat is not necessarily a fruition being. It has to do with what they brought in and who they're with. It's very important. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Very quick question. In your experience or the general understanding, is it effective to like just do 3 years straight in a row?
No, not effective at all.
Okay.
But maybe. It's what you bring into that and who's guiding you. Again, I have to keep repeating it because so many people are doing 3-year retreats or 1-year retreats. Now, who's with you? Who's guiding you? Who are your mentors? I'm really, you'll see, I'm a real stickler on this one. Because of my life, who are your mentors? Who are your mentors? Do you have a good relationship and is that mentor right for you? Who are your mentors? Whether you're in ballet school, whether you're in medicine, whether you're in veterinary medicine, anything. Whether you're in chemistry, anything. Who are your mentors and is it a good fit? Is it a good fit? Then you fly. Could be 1 year. Could be 2 years. May not even be 3 years. Could be 10 years. You fly. You fly when you're with, you have a good relationship with your mentors. And not just necessarily one mentor, many mentors. And what you bring into it. Would you go into a 3 retreat without the proper preparation? No. No, not just because then you're going to be ending up doing another 3-year retreat. And you may do another 3-year retreat. Anyways, just want to point that out. What you bring into the retreat is how the retreat is. Cause and effect. Not magical. I'm going to do a 3-year retreat. I'm going to do a 1-year retreat and magically I'm enlightened. Bingo. I'm going to go to first-year university, but I'm going to jump to graduate school in chemistry. Bingo. Not necessarily. Although at one time they did that kind of thing. But you better have a good mentor. Anyways, I'm going to say goodnight. That's plenty. And may the retreat tradition of learning, of contemplation, of mentorship emerge strongly once again. And it is, by the way. So it's not like it's not happening. It is. It's wonderful. See ya.